coming out of your ceiling over there. That could be it.
Well, we are actually live right now, so what's going
Hey,
on? What's up? What's up? So, yeah, man,
how you
how
been?
you, good. How about you?
Trying to get out of the heat, man.
Dude,
Um,
it's brutal.
it was 94 here today with a heat index of 110,
Oof.
and I had to work this morning, and I got off at 3, and I was going to go down to the swamp and take Bougie and let her swim some more. I stepped out, dude. I couldn't breathe. Um, so we just stayed home.
I bet.
I went in the backyard to walk to the shed to get something, and I came back and I had sweat in my eyes. I was pouring. I mean, it's just brutal.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, man, I was helping my parents out do some stuff around their house, and man, I was sweating bullets. It was so freaking humid. I don't think it was that hot. I think it was like 85, but the humidity was just unbearable down here.
Yeah, I paid the neighborhood kid $20 just to weed eat the yard today. He came over and said, "Hey, Mr. Matt, you need your grass cut?" I said, "Well, I do need it cut. I'll cut the grass, but you want to weed eat?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "All right, I'll give you $20 if you weed eat front and back." He goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay."
Yeah, that's
He,
cool.
he just finished 10 minutes ago. Well, he had just finished when I called you because I was trying to, you know,
Get everything situated.
get everything situated.
I hear you, man. So, what do you think about today's topic? I picked
Sure.
uh I picked the in the marsh.
In the marsh.
Yeah, strategies for setting up the blind. The perfect duck blind, exploring the creating effects, duck blinds, including location selection, camouflage techniques for fooling even the weariest waterfowl.
Match the hatch, brother. Match the hatch.
I hear you.
That old trout fisherman's adage. I mean, uh, and I am over here. Bougie's bringing me a toy and wanting me to throw it. So, um, if you hear,
Yeah,
she's
being
this is the
real
time of night she
rambunctious.
become, yeah, she gets real rambunctious about this time of night, and I'm the only one here. Um, I'd like to be cruel and funny and say my wife left me, but she just went to her mama's for the week. So,
Oh,
you know,
so it's just you and Bougie.
it's just me and Bougie. Yeah, I was kind of waiting to see if the other guys show up.
Well, Lucy's gonna be here in a second. Give me a. I gotta put myself on mute real quick.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Hey, where's it at? Oh, there it is. All right, guys. Well, while Billy's on mute, I don't know if I am. I shouldn't be. But in case you haven't heard, I am playing with Miss Bougie. Come here. Here. She's wanting to chase her little toy. I'm going to show her. Come on. Come on. Come on. There. See the world. See the world. There it is. See the world. Here. See the world. This is Bougie for any of y'all that are gonna watch this later, or any of y'all are watching it now. I cannot tell who's in the chat. So I have no idea. All right.
She's getting big.
Oh, dude. Weighed her in last week. She was 33 pounds.
Flaming boy.
Oh, here. Hunt up, right there. There you go. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just about to email Lewis the link.
He's having the same problem?
No, he just wants me to email to him. I don't know. Doesn't take that long though. That was weird, man. How it didn't show up on your
It
test.
wouldn't show up at all. Well, I think what happened was, to be honest, is the last three of the numbers, I had it
backwards. No, but I'm saying like on the text message that it didn't show up.
Oh, the
like
text message, I could get it on the.
No, but
yeah,
I'm saying the link. It wasn't showing the link.
The link number didn't. It was just a button to press.
That's weird.
You press it, and I mean to take you straight to it, but I don't want to sit there with a phone like this.
I hear you. So, are you excited for season?
Oh, I'm always excited, dude. I'm the only 58-year-old redneck in the world that gets excited. 3 months out, 2 months now, before the duck season starts.
Yeah, really too. Do you have early? You have early teal up there, right?
We have early teal.
Is it wood duck or no?
No, just teal. I don't know if I'm actually going to hunt early teal this year or not. The guy there's just not enough birds here. And what birds that do come here are on private property.
Okay.
I would literally have to spend every day of the season scouting to hopefully find the birds. I mean, it's just because they're here today, gone tomorrow. They don't stick around long at all. So, the guy I hunt with up in North Carolina, his teal are they can only hunt on the coast. It's only a coastal thing. So east of Highway 17, I believe. And
oh yeah, you guys got that weird rules up there.
Yep, and now I can hunt them statewide in South Carolina, but North Carolina is east of 17 for early season teal.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not rigged up to hunt the coast.
You need some.
I'm not. I'm rigged up to hunt like where you hunt.
Yeah.
Light weights, short lines. The longest line I have.
No
is
12 foot. Yeah. No 12-foot, 13-foot lines on it.
Yeah, and you can have a 10 to 15-foot tide change.
Yeah.
And already be in 10 feet of water at the time at low tide. I mean, it's just, I'm just not set up for that. So,
gotcha.
And you got to have, where he hunts, you got to have a big boat because there's a lot of shipping traffic. And the shipping
waves, a lot of wakes.
Bring that wave. And so you got to unhook, face in. Which beach are you talking about, though? In North Carolina, Williamsburg area. I mean, not Williamsburg. Wilmington. Area. How about that? Wilmington area. But in South Carolina, I mean, the tides could change
drastically.
It's real tough. Hey, Tina. Boat or boat? Oh, boat or surf? boat. Yeah, talking about the boat. Coastal area. Um, I mean, it's funny because like in North Carolina, you can have a 3 foot tide difference. As soon as you cross into South Carolina, it could be a 7 to 10 foot tide difference.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
just
I
so.
mean, we don't have no like crazy tide changes like that down here.
Right.
We got like 3 foot. That's about it. But that's on bottom. You know what I mean? So like if we're out there boating, you just got to pay attention because you're gonna be stuck.
Right. You know. So, but I am, so I don't know about the teal season. I do know
Come
that
down here. If I pull a permit, I'll let you know.
I'm coming to see you in January, end of December, 1st of January. I've already got it. Um, I'm working that because I want to take her in September. Of course, we have the early goose season and we have doves. So that's
Okay.
going to be her break in September.
Yeah, Dove.
And yeah,
Okay.
I need
Yeah, I
some
was gonna
demon
say. I
repellent.
mean, you like we usually do pretty well during early teal wood duck.
Right.
Like we'll go out to my spot that I took you, go bang out some wood ducks, and then if we pull a permit for the STAs, we usually pull out a 3-man limit of teal.
Right. Oh, listen, if I had it, I mean, if I didn't have, I mean, this season is all about bougie for me. So
Yeah,
I got to give her. It's not about me killing ducks this year. It's about her
yeah,
and
getting her trained,
getting her experience,
dialed
and
in.
because I already know when I come to see you, I can't take her.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean during like late July, July, January,
right?
early December, you really don't see that many alligators.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be staying with you. I didn't want to bring her to your house. You know,
Yeah,
um, them hoity-toity hotels that you got around near you. I don't know if they'll allow
yeah, most of them allow
a
dogs.
demon to come in there. She is bite. I mean, she's literally biting my hand right now. She is.
She's a puppy.
She's chewing. Oh my gosh. All right. Good Lord.
How big is she expected to get?
She can get anywhere between 45 and 75.
Okay.
And I think she's going to be on the top side of the range.
75, 60 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, she's already. I mean, she'll be 5 months this month, and she's already 33 pounds.
Yeah.
She hit me earlier. I was walking through the going to get something to drink, and she was running, doing that zooming through the house, and she clipped me in the back, and I went straight down. I mean, it.
I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
hard for a low center of gravity guy like you.
Oh man, I mean, it whack, and I mean, I went straight to the ground. I'm laying there, and she's over licking my face, like, "Hey, come on, let's play now." And I'm on the phone with my wife, and I'm like, I probably might be going to the hospital here in a little bit. What happened? Whoa, what happened? What happened? I said, Bougie done clipped me like a linebacker, and I'm laying on the ground swallowing.
That's like what happened to my wife, man. I'd be sad to say it was pretty funny. If I was there with you, I'd have been laughing my ass off too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like my wife we're out back, and my big dog had the zoomies like crazy for no reason, and she was about to take a step, and when she was taking that step, her like foot was up, just took her right out from under her. She ate the ground. I felt bad, but I was still laughing. Oh, what are you doing to the dog, man? I can't have animal abuse on here.
For those that want to see her, come on now. That's my ear. It's already you're licking it, but you're trying to bite it off like a piece of pork rind or something. But I mean, she's doing good. I mean, we took her for a boat ride yesterday, and um, her first boat ride, and she actually. I know this is going to sound weird, but she got to swim for the first time yesterday.
Good.
And she did it. I mean, by the end of the day, she was swimming. I mean, so I wanted to take her today, but I couldn't breathe. It was just hot.
The humidity was getting to you.
Oh, it got me bad.
I know, man. Sometimes, like, if I'm like sitting inside, like, I think it was yesterday because I messed up my back, and so I've been just relaxing lately. And then I go outside and take the dogs. It's like the humidity in the air is just chokes you, man. It's insane lately.
Well, and Dixie, yeah, she is colored. She's speckled on her feet, like most German wire hairs, but she doesn't have that grayish speckle all over her body. But this is just one of the colors that they have, and I kind of like it myself. Uh, um, but yeah, I mean, I took this job where I work inside all day, and I work from home. So from 7 to 4, I'm inside in front of my computer, my work computer, and 4 o'clock, I get up, do a few things around the house, and then by that time my wife gets home, I step outside to go do something outside. It knocks me down, dude. The humidity, you can't breathe.
Yeah. That's wild, isn't it?
It's crazy. And for the longest time, I didn't think it was going to get hot. I mean, it was all spring.
Yeah, it was a late cool.
Yeah, it just stayed cold.
Hey, I'll be right back. I need to get a spittoon.
I got you.
All right.
All right. Well, so I guess everybody in here knows that who's all in here, at least who I see in the chat. I can't tell how many people we have watching, but we all have YouTube channels. Hopefully, Lewis is going to show up. Hopefully, Josh is going to show up. The original Atlantic Flyaway crew, and we're going to be talking about some stuff. If not, it'll be just me and Billy, and we'll still talk about it. But I will have a video coming out Wednesday about Bougie. So if y'all want to watch that, that'd be cool. It'd be great. Be greatly appreciated. Answering some, I was getting some questions, and they were being emailed to me, or people would ask me on my live streams. And I finally decided to do a little question and answer thing. So I did. I picked out the 3 top questions that I get asked, and I send it out. Did a video on it. It'll be out Wednesday. You get what you're looking for?
Yeah. Dixie's asking if you're in South Carolina or North Carolina.
I am in South Carolina, but I hunt North Carolina a lot. I used, and I hunt from the coast to the mountains, everything in between.
Yeah, and sometimes down here.
And last year I'm planning on showing up.
I have a feeling it'll be another good season down here.
All right, what do we got?
Yeah, I think it'll be another banger of a season.
Well, that was you.
Yeah. Yep, I'm in South Florida. Good old South Florida. Almost as far south as you can get.
Almost. Damn, it took me long enough to get there. I didn't think I was ever going to get there.
Yeah, it was a drive, man.
It was like well, you know, I did stop at
Oh yeah, John and Lydia's.
John and Lydia's house on the way down, but yeah. Once I left their house to your house wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
you know,
it was just
but
like another 2 hours.
yeah, it wasn't that bad, but man, when I left your house that Sunday, and we were supposed to hunt 3 days, and we got rained out the last. Well, we woke up and I went, I ain't doing that. I love duck hunting, but I'm not going in the pouring down rain.
Yeah, it was a crappy time to come down, man. It was beautiful all week. The weekend before, and the weekend you get here, it was just crappy.
But that drive back, of course, I couldn't even hardly do the speed limit because it was raining so hard.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and I couldn't see the road. You know. Oh,
nah,
man.
Dixie Maine, not that far south. We're up in like Fort Lauderdale area, just above Miami. But yeah, it was I mean, we seen the birds at least.
Yeah, we saw birds. I mean, there was no doubt. I mean, we saw ducks.
Yeah, just couldn't get on them. It sucks. Put us in the wrong spot, Matt.
Who, me? Oh,
me.
It wasn't me.
Me.
Oh yeah, you. I think you were testing my resolve.
I couldn't let you get any this time. I just had to show you out there.
Yeah. I don't know about this fat little fella. I'm going to take him out to where he can't stand up in the water. I mean, y'all. All right. So listen, guys. I'm 5'8". Billy is like 8'9". And I'm telling you, when I first met him, dude, I went, you know, I mean, I'm looking at his belly button. I mean, I'm standing straight up looking at the man's belly button. That's how tall he is. You know, hey man, what's going on? Jesus. I was listening for banjos.
Hey, but next season though, when you get over here, we're gonna get you on the airboat.
Yeah.
And do some of that. That's gonna be a banger. You saw that last video,
Right?
I had, and then that's nice because we're sitting on a dry island. You know, so we don't have to be technically. We're just kind of like putting our butts up against the island,
Right?
kind of half wading, half on the.
You're just leaning up on it.
Yeah, we got. I mean, you saw how we put our little blind together.
Yep.
We put our little blind together. We put it in palmetto fronds, just straight into the water, and called it a day. Had them coming in and smoked the 2-man limit within, I don't know, I think it was like 45 minutes. Just straight blue wing teal. It was crazy. And it was funny because I shot my limit. I think I posted it on there. I'm telling my buddy, I'm like, shoot. It was 2 green wing teals just boop, boop, in and out. I'm like, oh, man. He's like, dude, my gun it just keeps clicking. I was like, I don't know, man.
You got to put bullets in it.
Yeah. Well, he had a real old 20 gauge. I mean, real old. And for some reason, like, you would hear it click. Then all of a sudden, it just wouldn't punch. You know what I mean? You would look at the bottom of the round to see if it would strike it, but nothing. And then all of a sudden, it would start working again. Makes no sense. Well, Lewis is here. I'm going to add him to the stream.
I don't know
What's
what
up, guys?
he's trying to send. Hey, Lewis.
What
You
up,
guys can hear
Louie?
me pretty well?
Yeah, I just added you to the stream now.
You guys can hear me perfectly fine?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, no issues, no nothing.
we're
Could
good.
you,
Other than the light
send me
behind you.
the link? So I got somebody that wants to watch it. Could you send me the link through text, Billy?
Yeah, go. It's on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. So let me just go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. How's it going? Everybody who's watching.
Yeah, man. So how you been, Louie?
Oh man, just a couple exciting things to. Come on, there's only one softball I'm gonna subscribe to. There, exactly, Billy. Okay, live. Here we go. Share. There's a lot of stuff. Exciting things to talk about, man. That I'm actually glad that we're on. Man. It's been a long time, Billy and Duck Daddy. How's everybody?
Yeah, we're doing good over
We're
here.
good, man.
Yeah, so
Just waiting on you and Josh.
Yeah, I don't think Josh is gonna be here.
now I get to focus now. So yeah, there's a lot of tons of exciting things that I'll actually unreal and talk about here. Man, I wish my freaking light was good. Sorry.
There you go.
Right there. It's right there. So a couple of things that I'll say right now that's in the works. As you guys saw, turkey season, I really put a lot of effort into this turkey season. I tagged out 2 good birds. Shout out to my buddy Dean. Is one of them who put me on my bird like I had to curse, and then he's like, "Yo, I got birds. Hop on, come over here, come up." Shot 2 hours, and it was amazing, man. Just like I thought that you know when people say, "Yeah, I got my loaded with birds," he gave me the same thing. So I'm like, He said, "I don't need to roost them. I know they're there, and I know that I haven't hunted this." So I was like, when people tell you they're not gonna go roost a bird, you get a little. But I took a chance because I trusted him, and he shot birds. And sure enough, from the moment we stepped out of that car, is and gobblers going off. I'm like, holy smokes, which one we're going after first? We ran in the field, at the edge of the field. I put in my AVNX and my grind decoy hen, and it was something out of a movie, man, like out of the TV shows. Had 3 jakes, 2 toms come in, and a hen, and the hen was beating on she was a dominant hen, was beating on the decoy, and then you see the jakes trying to hump the decoy, and then the 2 toms come in and shot my tom. Unfortunately, me and my buddy were supposed to double up on Brendan, and I'll say it's my fault. He says, "Say 1, 2, 3, shoot." I just said 3, shoot. But he didn't hear me the first time when I say shoot. But unfortunately, his tom was actually the bigger tom. His tom was a huge tom.
Yeah.
And anyways, just to kind of speed through things, it's no secret that I'm working in a partnership, possibly with Colorado Custom Game Calls. We got to do some things. I'm either going to go the route with my diaphragm calls that I'm going to be making my own cuts. I can make standard cuts, but I have my own custom cuts. Go through them, and then we sell it, and we make money through that. Or I am going to be coming out with my own line of calls, and it's just for turkey. I don't really see duck and goose. I can get the person to do like a duck or 2 for my buddies and stuff like that. But I'm gonna really focus in on slate calls and diaphragm calls and box call for turkeys. So I am gonna be coming out with my line of custom calls, possibly this season coming up this spring. And I am going to send all my friends. Of course, you guys get a package.
Nice.
All my friends that turkey hunt. If you guys turkey hunt, let me know, so I can just send you as my friends. All my friends get each.
That'd be awesome.
I sit in the woods now. Whether you call that turkey hunting or not, I've been chasing one tom. This was his second year. I've been chasing this one bird, and he has slipped me every time. You can't get him to gobble. He will not gobble. Can't get them to gobble.
So when you get, so it's weird. It was weird. This so when they get like that they get lockjaw. We call that lockjaw. You really have to get in them and roost them, and really
That's
really
the
watch
whole
the
problem. The whole problem is you can't roost them. You have less than I have less than 20 acres to hunt on.
Mm-hmm.
I know where they're roosting.
Mm-hmm.
Off the 20 acres.
The same spot. I can go in 2 hours before daylight. This year, I put a blind up a month before the season showed up. And I know where he roosts. He does not talk. He has never gobbled. And sometimes he will fly out the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sitting in that blind, he flies out the other direction. I've got him on trail cam when I'm not there, flying into where I would have my decoy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm there, he's flying out the other way. And I go in with no lights.
He knows you. He knows where you're at.
He smells me, dude. I know he does.
Oh, definitely.
Well, he hasn't had me come in there and call him in. So
you can go ahead and talk all the trash you want to.
No. When do your season opens?
Oh, they don't open back up till March.
March. So, you know what? So this is another thing that I'm going to be taking serious. Like I'm like, all right. So I'll fast forward it so that I can get to that, and then we can get on to our talk. Right. So I am coming out with the line of custom calls. I'll be sending you guys a care package. I want to film next season because I did this season. Just like gave some prototypes to my buddies that really turkey hunt. And they put the smackdown each. There must have been at least 2. Stanley's 2, 4. There's me, 6, 8. 8 birds fell down to those diaphragm calls. So I'm going to be actually going and filming the hunts, and I want to start at those states that starts March, April. So by the time I get back to New York, tag out in New York, and then finish in Maine, which is June 3rd. And I want to really, really film quality hunts over my calls. That one, I'm releasing a line of custom calls, right? And then 2, I need, of course, video footage and proof for customers and stuff like that. So I'm going to be traveling, filming, and I'm investing in everything. I'm one of the manufacturers I can make I think like 30,000 calls in like 2-3 weeks span or something because of the machine how it is, and then the professional cut, diaphragm cut of the shape. I'm going as far as making 2 different type of series, full strut series and a Jake series, I call it. And I got one of my buddies, shout out to Long Island Shark Man. If you check out his page, it's L.I. Huntsman, who's very big into turkey hunting. He's like that guy I learned a lot calling from him. He's actually the one who made me want to use a diaphragm.
That's cool.
If you want, Doug Daddy, I wouldn't mind traveling in March and filming a hunt, even if I don't hunt, just to film it using one of my calls, man.
We'll get as it gets closer. We'll talk. I'm ready for duck season. I'm
ready for duck, but I think I'm a little distracted with turkey because I'm coming out with all these stuff. I'm coming out with all these stuff that I'm actually putting into motion. That it's making me get excited. I'm not going to fall turkey hunt. Of course, September Goose is here. I wish Billy was coming.
Yeah.
Are you coming out this season?
I'll be up in J&J. What's up? I'll be up in Massachusetts.
What are you doing in Massachusetts?
The wife wants to go visit Salem.
Who?
Salem, Massachusetts.
Are you coming down here this year? I know I'm going to Florida 100%.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you got to give me that 1+1 invite. I don't want to drive all the way down there by myself, man.
Why? Fly there.
Fuck no. You were supposed to bring somebody last year, too.
Just come on down by yourself. Be a big boy.
I might.
Put your big boy pants on.
I might do it. I might just do it. I might just take a flight.
And come on down.
I might just take a flight.
Matt was down here. What do you think? I said Matt came down by himself.
To hunt with you?
Yeah.
Duck Daddy went?
Yeah.
Right here. This guy right here. Big fat guy that's waving at you.
You went over there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Yo,
trust me when I tell you
why
this.
don't we do
Trust me when I tell you this. He has the only house in Florida that has stairs that don't do this. They do this. Okay. And I got bad knees to begin with, and I'm trying to crawl up these things like an orangutan monkey backwards. I finally get up there. Yeah.
Hey, at least the bed was comfortable though, huh?
When I fell
Yo,
in
you know
that bed,
what?
I had no idea what
I
happened.
promise, Billy. Scouts honor. If you don't, you get to smack me in the back of my neck. I'll make it out there this year by myself. I'll go. I just, me and my buddy Brandon are trying to hit the hit list. So, like, shit, I don't mind going over there and, getting a hotel. He works for the Department of Homeland Security, so he's always flying all around. And I'm trying to put him on a couple birds. But, yeah, I'll go. I really want to go out there for turkeys, man.
Yeah, and get you on an Osceola.
Yeah, no, seriously. I'm trying to hit the Grand Slam. Osceola, Miriam. I already got Eastern, so I need a real big grand turkey. So Miriam and Osceola's are on the list.
You need a Rio.
Yeah.
And a Rio, yeah.
Miriam's what? Central, isn't it?
Central Flyway. That I think that's Central. Like
yeah.
Missouri, if I'm not mistaken, or Kentucky. Not Kentucky. Kentucky's Eastern. Nah, where's that? The Miriam's. Ask Google Siri. Yeah, but I definitely have to go, and I want to hit the Grand Slam and with my calls.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's a mission. I'm going to 100% accomplish it next season. 100%. So this season, duck season, let's move to duck season and goose season. Forget about the turkeys. Turkeys drove me crazy, still got me going crazy. I even bought some decoys. I'm just going crazy with it. And I got a lot of things that's happening with turkey. So forget about turkey. We'll scratch that off the season. Goose season. Goose season, I've locked down. And for duck season, I got this property for ducks. Oh, my God, it's going to be holy moly. I was just there a couple days ago, and it was loaded with wood ducks and loaded with mallards that look ugly. And they're ugly.
Okay. So these are it's just a nickname for Osceola, Miriam.
Miriam?
Yeah.
No, Miriam's a separate.
No. As its nickname, well, it says it's a nickname. The Florida wild turkey exclusive to the Peninsula, Florida, is named after chief of the Seminole Indian tribes,
which is Osceola.
Traditional territory, same ranges, but I don't know why it's coming up as Osceola.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's not supposed to.
Miriam's out west.
Rio Grande. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, the Rio Grande turkey
down in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona.
Put Grand Slam, Turkey Grand Slam, and it'll come out the Grand Slam, all the turkeys.
Yep.
So if you really want to
Eastern Osceola, Rio.
Want to get it, and get the 6 turkey, you go down to Mexico and get the ocellated.
Yeah.
Ocellated.
It looks like a peacock.
That's in Mexico, like
Mexico.
or that's in our New Mexico over here state.
No, Mexico.
Go
down.
I want to hit my home state first, and then try to
ugly looking
hire
birds.
A whole private escort security just in case some cartel come after me. But no, man. So a gold target hit list birds for everybody. What is it? So New York is going back up to 4 mallards.
The whole Atlantic Flyway.
Yeah, Atlantic Flyway. So I had a bet with my buddy, because I found out last year the season started. At the end of the season, I got this guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't want him to get in trouble if he speaks out on it. But it's a buddy of mine that helps regulate the season. So he was like, yeah, he was asking me like what was I seeing him? I showed him pictures. I was sending him videos, and he was like, hey, talk to me about the dates and whatnot. So actually, the dates that came out is awesome because my freaking lease, part of my language, sorry YouTube, don't monetize. My lease are all gonna be on fire with these dates that are for the Atlantic Flyway. So like we're gonna have in October a combo duck and goose hunt, and our goose went back up. Remember there was one, Billy? There was one for regular season. It went back up to 3, 4 mallards for the whole Atlantic Flyway. They were going to remove Brant and Pintail, but they didn't. So we have to watch out based off of this year's results. is what's going to happen next year for Pigtail and Brant. I can see for the foreseeing future, Brant probably enclosed for a couple years because Brant is a bird that everybody's harvesting because they're banded. So you get a lot
it's
of
like over in Washington how they lowered the limit on Brant, and you can't harvest a Harley Quinn.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a big
flew the
money maker
Harlequin
for
this year.
Yep.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, they should allow Harlequin hunting over here in the East Coast, man. You know how many Harlequins we saw last year?
Quite a bit on the bay, I bet.
Oh my God, we seen tons of Harleys. I'm like, holy smokes! Like one of my boys almost shot. I said, no, that's a Harley, that's a Harlequin. Chill, no.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And then 2 years ago, a guy shot a king eider. 3 king eiders were taken in here. One of them was Jeff Coates, but 2 of them were people that I know from Long Island. And my buddy saw a 3 years ago. My buddy saw a king eider and couldn't shoot it because it was too rough out. He wouldn't be able to recover it. Yeah.
That's a crazy looking bird. That's for sure.
Yeah, but they were juveniles. You don't get a fully mature one to come down here. Gotta go to Alaska. That is a goal. But so my leases is gonna be on fire. So right now I got this whole that dude is loaded with woodies, local woodies. You expected woodies to be gone. They're in there like swimwear and a lot of mallards. The desired bird that Billy should be coming over here to harvest this year, and I guess he's not coming.
Dixie is asking a king what? What he's talking about
King
is a
eider.
king eider. E-I-D-E-R. E-I-D-E-R. Eider.
Yeah. So
see, that's what they look like.
Eider.
Pretty wild looking bird.
That if you go back up to that big picture right here, and here I am pointing at it. Yeah, stop. That right there, that yellow on his beak. Most of your sea ducks have something similar to that, and that is to help siphon the salt out of salt water when they drink it, so that they can actually drink salt water, but that siphons the salt out.
That's wild.
Like a filter.
Didn't know that.
It's a filter.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. He's on point with that. And actually, that's some knowledge for you guys to know.
They taste no. They do not taste like chicken. They taste like sardines.
So I'll tell you what. A lot of people downplay the Brant, and a lot of people downplay the Scoters, right? And the broadbills. Those are good, delicious. Everything is edible if you know how to make it. And I tell everybody, you shouldn't shoot what you're not going to eat, right? Because us as conservationists and as sportsmen, we're not supposed to. We don't want to set that tone and image for people to say, "Oh, we're just shooting just to shoot and not eat." The only bird that I will shoot and not eat because it hurts the population of the fish, and they're just bad for the how you call it ecosystem, whatever, are the mergansers.
Yeah.
So I would definitely shoot. But they're talking about actually opening a limit to the side that doesn't count towards your deck limit for cormorant. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
I'm not supposed to shoot cormorant.
I mean,
but mergans are shooting because they're awful. But now they're talking also about cormorant possibly opening a season because in Canada they have a season for it.
Dang. Yeah, I was hearing about that. Like my buddy up in Canada was saying something along them lines that they're going to open up for.
Yeah. So Matt, are you coming out this season, or are you gonna stay down there? What's up?
I'm gonna stick down here. Here's the reason is as I was telling Billy this. I will go visit Billy in late December, early January.
So let's set something up for both of us to go.
But I got the new puppy, so this season is all about her. So I'm just gonna be quite honest. I'm not driving all the way up there. I get into New York City. My redneck butt would go absolutely nuts in that traffic. I can't do it. I know I can't do it. PTSD would kick in. it would be mayhem.
Billy did it. Billy did it.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but we freaking walked everywhere though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we
We
did.
took the chain, took the subway, then walked, and then.
Man, Billy's a
But for
freaking giant. You see giant. You see guys. You see Billy here.
Yeah, he's a huge.
Billy's a freaking giant. Can
He's
you please?
8'6".
I'm 6 foot tall, dude. Can you please pull up the picture, Billy, of us in Times Square? Do you got
I
that?
don't know where it's at.
Listen, the first
Yeah,
time
that-
I met him, I'm 5'8". Listen, Lewis,
Man,
I'm
he
5'8". I walked when he stepped out the door. All I saw was belly button, and I was looking straight ahead, standing tall, looking straight ahead, and he's got this big old ass belly button looking at me. I'm like, that ain't even
Billy
right,
was-
dude.
Billy was so tall. I don't know how Billy goes through a door. He got to bend down to go through the door. Yeah, but I tell you what, it was one of the best times. Seeing Billy shoot that geese was awesome.
Yeah, man. Then we missed every single other freaking shot. I was like, "What
Man,
is
they were
going
so.
on?"
You know what it was, Billy? It's my fault because I felt like I had so much pressure that I wanted you to get your bird, that I was trying everything possible. I was hunting and they were high, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, they're probably gonna do the same thing. When you came, they were doing it perfect. Is that one time they always do it perfect after I put a freaking full choke?
Yeah, no.
Now
I'm
they
like
wanna come
kind of
in.
leading them because I'm used to shooting my gun.
Yeah.
I'm like shooting out into the outer space, and these birds are like, "See you
We
later."
should have had at least 15 birds.
Yeah,
Easy.
definitely.
We had a flock of 10 birds. What was it, like 10, 8 birds, Billy, come into us, like
Yeah,
5,
yeah, it
10
was-
yards?
Yeah,
And
dude, we should have
and
just
all we see is
obliterated them.
one bird came down.
I don't
I'm
know
like,
what
how
happened.
the
And
hell?
then when we went over to the lake area, we had about like 5 of them, 6
5
of them,
birds that came and did it dirty right next
Yeah.
to us.
right next to
Nothing.
us.
Nothing fell. Nothing came in. Nothing fell down. I'm like, how the heck?
I don't know. And you had the shot cam footage, and it looked like it should have been right there.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess since that full choke was just so tight, shooting at him, it was
It
just
was like shooting
whizzed
almost at a
right.
turkey.
Yeah, it whizzed right past him.
And you know what it is? I'm gonna switch this year to
Lord.
a medium range, right? And I'm just gonna keep that full range for sea ducks because you do need for sea ducks you get those pokers that you need.
Yeah, that
But-
tight.
Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna go down to a 20 gauge. I'm going down to a 20 gauge this season. Possibly a Beretta A300, A300 I think it's called, the model A300. I think A3.
Okay.
One of my buddies is gonna sell me it because he wants to get a different model, so I'm gonna buy it. So yeah, a lot of minor tweaks for this season. 12 gauge is good, yeah, but I think it's an overkill for ducks.
I don't know. I've never had a problem with them.
With the 20 gauge, you're not losing as much, distance. Yeah, a little bit less, smaller shell, right? But with the
Yeah.
right choke, the spread would be perfectly even out, whatever. So it's making up. To
Yeah,
me.
Matt's got that nice 16 gauge that I
Yeah.
was kind of looking at. Yeah, you just bought a new Browning A5 16.
Yep.
Wow.
How you like that thing, Matt?
I love it.
Yeah, smooth.
It's well, I don't like the chokes that it came with. So I'm actually working a deal right now with a company and getting some chokes and trying to check that out. I do got to dial the gun in a little bit. I'm either going to have to shave down the buttstock a little bit, or I'm going to have to change out shims. But either way, I can't stand the choke tubes.
Why?
But-
What's wrong with them?
They're messed up. In all seriousness, they're messed up. Modified looks like improved cylinder. Improved cylinder looks like modified. Full choke is shooting high into the left.
I think that's just you're looking through your brown eye there, Matt.
Could be, but all I can tell you is,
Wipe that eye a little bit, you know.
I don't know, man. It's I don't know what's going on with it, but as far as the action goes, oh man, it's an A5. It's
Not the original, but
not the original, not the
No.
it's not my Belgium. I can tell you that. That Belgium, I shoot it. I'm death on ducks with that thing. But I like it, and I'm shooting it just about every weekend. We go out and shoot a couple rounds. This is the only weekend we didn't do it. But
I'm thinking about just switching to 20 gauge for ducks and possibly geese, and then one of
Get
my
business.
12 gauge for snow geese, and another one for turkey, even for turkey.
I'm gonna do strictly 16 this year for it's gonna be my Sweet 16 this year with ducks, doves, geese, quail, turkeys.
We should come down. You should take
everything.
the chance to come down.
yeah, I think
that dog will get a
16 gauge.
workout.
Yeah, I think 16 gauge would actually be perfect for
16 gauge is
everything.
pretty good. I've been seeing people use 16s and 28 gauges. I've been seeing them use a lot. Some people are even using
16 is a
410.
little bit bigger than 20, smaller than a 12.
Yeah.
It still has the same punch as a 12.
It's in between.
Yeah.
It's in between.
Yeah.
A 16, a number 5, 2 3/4 number 5 out of a 16 gauge has the same punch as a 2 3/4 12 gauge number 5.
Yeah.
And I know everybody's not going to want to shoot bismuth because of the price point, but
Man, I would go with TSS to be honest.
I'm shooting nothing but bismuth.
So my buddy shoots TSS on Matt, and
I'm not sure. I can't afford TSS.
yeah. So my buddy shoots
No,
TSS.
I can't even afford TSS.
Well, I'm gonna switch them for turkey for sure, but my buddy uses for waterfowl, and this guy shot a wood duck at 60 yards and destroyed it at 60 yards with a cold black duck. And I'm like, unheard of, like, people taking long shots like that, but you get what you get what you pay for.
Right.
You're
And I can
paying
shoot
money, but,
bismuth.
it's gonna work if you hit them and you're on point and you practice with your gun. You should have no problem deciphering and shooting a duck at 60 yards and bringing them down.
Y'all got to remember, I came up during the lead days, so shooting bismuth is practically like shooting lead.
Lead, yeah.
And I'm not taking a shot that's over 35 yards. I'm just not going to do it.
I do 35, 40 yards max. I shot
35 is my
40 yards.
35 is my max. If they're above the treetops, I'm not shooting.
Yeah.
If they're below the treetops, I'm busting.
I think that's what I'm going to practice on this year. I got the spot where we opened up, as you guys saw, opening day was a massacre. We got a 7-man limit, and the next, we shot over 98 ducks opening week. Last season was my best season ever for ducks. Like opening first quarter, we smoked them, laid the smackdown 7-man limits, and every time we went out is limits, and we did good.
Good.
Yeah. It was just crazy. And then this year, I predict is going to be probably even better with the property that we locked down. Definitely 100%. It's going to be a better season with the property.
Yeah.
I got 2 swamps on private property. It's a couple fields, and there's 2 swamps, and the 2 swamps are just loaded with buddies. Loaded.
Nice.
And I thought, some shit that you'll think, hey, something that you'd feel like, oh, these birds should be gone by now, right? No, man, they're locals and they look like they haven't been touched and they haven't been hunted ever. That they have no pressure there. That
Is this the property you were talking about when I was up there?
Yes, but no,
Okay.
right across from it actually.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's
I
right across
remember.
from it is another property, and I locked that
Gotcha.
down. It's 100% locked down, and I think that that's going to be like a honey hole because If they go, we shoot them on one side, they're probably going to go to the other side of the.
And then you just switch over there, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll leave them alone for 1 or 2 days so they get comfortable over there, and then I'll shoot them on the other spot, and then give them another 2-3 days over there, and then shoot them out the other spot and bounce them back and forth.
Yeah.
But I predict that if we hunt that like opening week, along with the public land first that I'm going to start with opening week, easy we should be in 100. If I grind all week like I did last season, we should hit like 100 son ducks opening week. So
nice.
Yeah, it was amazing. Last year we shot 6 different specimens: blue wings, green wings, mallards, black duck, gadwall, and wood ducks.
Nice.
6 different specimens.
I need to get up there and shoot me a mallard, man. Bad.
I
Mallard
told
or
you,
a black duck.
procrastinating. You're playing games. That's like 100% guaranteed. Your black duck and your mallard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I send you pictures all the time.
I know.
Yeah,
I definitely can't go up to North Carolina to Matt because I don't know about that area.
What's up with that area, Matt? How's the duck season? The ducks looking over there?
Well,
I predict you guys should be good
in South Carolina. It's going to be just like it is always. It has been for the past 20 years. Sucks, and that's why I'm going to North Carolina to hunt up there. Pretty much the entire season, except for 2 trips. One, I'm going down to see Billy, and then in late January, we're supposed to go to Kentucky.
When are you going to see Billy?
Huh?
Let's plan something so we film something, a trio, finally film a hunt as the highways, Well,
I plan on being there the first week of January.
All right, so then, you know what?
Whether he likes it or not, I'm going to be there. He just, All
right, so then let's plan it. I'll probably end up buying my tickets way ahead of time so Billy can see that I'm serious.
All right,
I'm driving, so
let's do something good, man. Let's. I'll probably try to stay out there for a week. See if I can smack a week, and I want to shoot some hogs, Billy.
All right.
Yeah,
you can do that.
We'll freaking do we'll do that thing. Talk to what's his name, Red whatever, so we can shoot some redheads.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive though, but we'll see.
So what? We got gas, and we'll rent the vehicle. I'll drive. I don't care. 6 hours. I don't give a fuck. I eat that.
Yeah, it's a little more than 6. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what we can do. Might bring the boat up there.
We'll figure something out. We gotta actually like this year, guys. Like plan something and create a plan and stick to it, and actually everybody coming in together. And I take responsibility for that because I was supposed to go out there last year, but slight hiccups. But this year, I'll make it out there.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to leave you out there in the Everglades there, Lewis, huh?
Oh, no.
Leave you out there by yourself?
I don't know. I'll take a flare gun and start shooting the shit out of the flare gun so people come get me.
There ain't nobody out there.
Ain't nobody out there.
Oh, boy. I have some horns and shit.
But your thoughts and alligators. That's about it.
Oh, alligators. I hate alligators.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. You didn't see any. I think
they won't bother you unless you bother them.
I went to Florida. I seen sandhill cranes. I seen whistler ducks.
Oh yeah, up in Central Florida. Well, you're there visiting.
I was visiting my daughter in Kissimmee, and I seen sandhill cranes, the whistlers.
Isn't that crazy that it's loaded with sandhills down here? And you cannot shoot them.
A season for them. Nope. I seen one shot like he was limping on his leg. Like I could have walked up to him and grabbed him by his neck. And I felt like doing it and calling the wildlife like, "Hey, his leg is fucked up. We're messed up. Come and help it." Yeah. Like, let me just leave it alone before they try to put him down or something. Let him fly. But there's a bunch of sandhill cranes. They should open up a season.
A ton of them, dude. It's crazy. Like,
why don't you guys talk to visit these places where they make the rules and regulations?
Well, you were talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, because they fly down here, then they don't leave." I was like,
"That's even a more problem. They don't leave. That's more
exactly." I was like, "So then, what happens when they become overpopulated and start decimating other habitats for other birds?"
Yeah.
Oh well, then that time comes, we'll have to deal with it.
When and if.
Yeah. They're stupid. People, why won't you just avoid it and just whatever? They probably want a statue. They want to not statue. They want to situate a population, the huntable population, so that's good. Because if they allow it here now, it's too early on.
Well,
Give it at
I'm
least
going to
5
ask
more
you a
years.
question, Lewis. I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
So, for the past 2 years, we've had a 2 mallard limit on the Atlantic Flyway.
Sure.
What happened to bring it back to a 4 mallard limit on the Atlantic Flyway?
So I could tell you a couple reasons. It's and accurate information that you can see and that I've talked to biologists and people during COVID is when they made the bag limits. They went based off of not actual facts. They based off of what
guesstimation.
Yeah, estimation because they couldn't get out there. So they looked at numbers from the previous year, which they're not always right, and they were saying, well, since this happened last year, probably this is what's going to happen this year because this is the pattern they were going to, and then they set up the bag limits. And what happened now? They were able to get an accurate count because they've been out there doing their job, COVID and whatnot, and they're able to get an accurate count. And it's all on us too as hunters and as sportsmen to really, when we fill out the HIP survey, to really be on point with what you harvest because it gives them an idea. All right, well, 200,000 ducks were shot here, and damn, there's still 180,000 million of that. You get what I'm saying? So they go based off of that, and they.
Well, I mean, I understand that point on HIP, and I mean, I got that, and I mean, I have my own opinions. Everybody's got opinions like elbows. You got
I can
two
talk
of
to
them.
the guy that makes the bag limit, see if he's comfortable.
But
I'll talk to him and have him come up.
Other than COVID, I mean, because you're at the top of the flyway, I am at the bottom of the mallard flyway. Okay, yeah. I'm as far south as they traditionally go.
Yeah. Oh, Georgia. They go down to Georgia a lot.
I'm talking traditionally, Billy.
Traditionally, okay. Yeah, we'll do
that. Traditionally, they stop at basically Santee Cooper, my home lake. That's where they pretty much stop at.
Rob, what's up?
Now, we're not seeing it. We're not seeing those ducks. Now, I guarantee you that a lot of those ducks are on private property and they're hiding.
Yep.
I got that.
But what would change the limit?
Okay,
what would change the limit? I mean, other than they mismanaged it for 2 years or 3 years under COVID. I'm just kind of curious. Is there any? What else is there? Could there be something else? Private landowners saying, that make these impoundments. Is it political? They want 4 mallards because of, they spending lots of money on their private impoundments. They want to be able to shoot 4 mallards. Or was it a mismanagement and a miscount? Why one person can't get in an airplane by himself and fly is beyond me, and count. I mean, you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get political with it, but it's there's something there. I just don't trust the bureaucrats. I'm just going to be straight up. I don't trust the bureaucrats enough.
Yeah, something was a little fishy about it.
Like sit down and thank. I'll say, shout out to the guy that I talk with that actually acts as the hunters, the guides, their opinion when they make the bag limits, and he takes this and he says, well, and shows them the proof. I got these tons of pictures, these tons of evidence. I'm talking to guides. I'm talking to hunters. I've seen myself and what's going on, and I've seen this amount. And I think this is what you guys really need to be focusing on. And sure enough, the dates that I told them that should be done, if you can pull it up, Billy, I sent it to you. The exact dates that I told him that should be applied to it, he went and took it to this. This is a federal wildlife you're talking about, right? And the Hudson Valley, and I didn't talk too much about the other flyways. I talked about like the Hudson Valley majority. The exactly dates that I said, yo, this should be it. He put it. He made it happen. I don't know what pull strings he had, but he made it happen. we're
Randy,
getting
what's up, Randy?
we're getting a season that's going all the way to February for geese in Hudson Valley. I actually, did you get the text message I sent you, buddy?
Yeah.
Pull it up so they can see. But the dates that I told them, I believe we're even going all the way up to February, which is pretty amazing because we see it in the Hudson Valley. I got a property in Stormville that I'm able to hunt them at that time, and they're coming into those fields and to the lakes, and we can get on them. And it's just it's gonna, hopefully this season will be better. But I'm gonna talk to him and see if I can get him actually on to talk, and we all talk about what's going on, and you can ask those questions, Max. So it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I knew that you had talked to the guy, and I understand that, and by no means am I,
No, but he'll be able. What I'm trying to say, he'll be able to give you an accurate answer. I don't want to give you information that I can give you based off what we talked about, but
and that I can appreciate.
So he can decipher it and go into detail with it and what's going on.
I mean, I've just never seen a turnaround in my 51 years,
especially that drastic.
See a turnaround that fast.
Yeah.
I mean, we went years and years and years with two wood ducks, and it took them a long time to get up to 3 wood ducks. And where we were seeing hundreds and thousands of them down here, and then finally they took them up to 3. You got to remember, I was at the 30 and 4 days where we only had 30 days to hunt with only 4 ducks. I caught the tail end of one mallard duck in Arkansas. One mallard, that's all they could shoot. I caught the tail end of that in my beginning of my duck hunting career. We didn't go to Arkansas because why would we want to go to Arkansas and shoot one duck? We could stay right here and shoot 4 of them. And then all of a sudden, I mean, this pandemic hits, and we're down to 2. Okay, I got it because I'm not seeing the ducks. I understand. I got it.
And you know what's crazy though?
But in 2 years, they jump it back up. To me, there's just something.
Somebody paid somebody.
Yeah.
Something just ain't jiving for
It is. I believe. I get what you're saying. I 100% agree with you. To be honest, I agree with you. Something. It all has to do with politics, bro. I
know it's politics.
But when and pandemic, the pandemic had a lot to play in that too, because now you're never supposed to go on base what you think. It's supposed to be what you know, right?
Yeah.
You can't go on base with predictions. You can't predict anything because you come out wrong. Like the weatherman. The weatherman gets paid whatever 6 figures to predict the weather, and some majority of the time, 90% he's wrong. Right? So that's what they did. They were the weatherman at this time. They were predicting, going based off of numbers before COVID, because during COVID they didn't get an accurate count. So how can you go based off of numbers without having actual evidence, physical evidence? Right?
I got another question for you too.
The what?
So, I got another question for you too.
Sure.
All right. So you being in New York, you're right there. Okay. These wildfires that are going on in Canada right now, do you see it affecting the migration, or do you see it affecting any of the nesting areas, the nesting stuff that is going to reduce? See,
you know what? I thought about the same thing, and I think that next year's the numbers, when they come out with the numbers next, they're going to go based off of Canada, because that's a 100% good question to bring up, right? Because how many animals lost their lives during these wildfires?
Right, and all the nesting area that's been burned. That the ducks are using. So what? I got it. The Atlantic flyway.
I think it's going to.
We get all of our black ducks from the boreal forest in eastern Canada. We get about, I'd say 70% or maybe a little bit higher that come out of the Great Lakes region. The rest of them are going to come out of Ontario, Quebec, and that area and drift down. So these wildfires, what is it going to do now that we're back to here we go again? Back to 4 mallards. Are they going to go back? Well, you know what, guys? We had a natural. We're going to knock it down back down to 2, which you should have left it to begin with.
I think it's going to happen. And if it would have been at 2, it would have went down to 1. So I even predict, and I'm sorry to say this the way I'm going to say it, I think they did that on purpose, those fires on purpose, right? Because now you never know, right? Now from 4, it's 4 for this year. Next year they're going to drop it back. Who knows? It's an emergency. It's like they did with the bear in Jersey. They allowed it to open up. Once the season opened up, they bagged like 500 bears or something the first week. They brought it back down. They closed the season. They might do that to us. Hey, we're going to go back to the Atlantic Flyway and say, hey, we got emergency disaster with what happened, blah, blah, blah. You're going back down to 2.
Well, emergency. I mean, the only sport that the federal government can ban, the only hunting sport the federal government can ban is migratory game birds.
Facts.
So they control all migratory game birds.
Facts.
So
and it can happen. It can happen. Anything is possible in politics.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Lewis. I know he's your buddy, and I got that, and I appreciate it, and trust me. But I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I don't trust the government. I don't trust the federal government, and I certainly do not trust bureaucrats at all.
I think I could agree. It's always a play in something. It's always something. People control everything. Like it's always controlled to something. Just like Democrats and Republicans, not to get into politics. There's somebody else who pulls the string on both of them at the back table. It's not just Republicans and Democrats. Right. Same thing with the federal. Somebody's controlling the federal government and say, we're shutting it down. We're shutting it down.
Billy's over there going, I ain't getting into this mess.
Right, before we get a visit, especially with the line of work we do. But I'm excited for this season going into the season.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm always excited.
I'm not excited so to say about goose. I'm really not. I'm excited to go into duck season. I'm really not going to hunt early season goose like that. I'll hunt it maybe for really hunt it hard. Opening days are religious, right? But I think I'm going to hunt it hard from the 18th to the 25th when the migrators start pulling in.
We got a spot in North Carolina that's going to have resident geese on it, and it's right beside a dove field, literally right beside it. So we're literally going to do a goose and dove shoot all at the same time.
Wow!
Right at the same time.
When's that?
When's
that?
That's in September.
September what?
Whenever the dove season opens up, I don't know what it is right now.
All right, well, I'm going to have to visit you.
I'll put it to you like this. We did it last year.
I want to do a dove hunt, man. How was dove hunting?
I went down there to shoot geese. He didn't even tell me there were doves there. And we went there to shoot an afternoon goose hunt. And all I had was my 16 gauge. And all I had was some number 5s. And I had couple of boxes of number 7, all in bismuth, all $33 a box. That's what I had. That's all I had. So I'm sitting there on the bank of this pond, and these doves start pouring in to hit the gravel and get the water. And I looked over and I says, "Dove season?" And he goes, "Yeah." I shucked them shells out. I grabbed them 7. Number 7 bismuth.
Oh my God, those are some expensive jalapeno poppers.
Every time he shot, all you seen is the dog go poof.
15 shells later, I had my limit sitting beside me. Wow! And they were, and dude, I'm sitting in a camp chair, pair of shorts, my feet in the water, barefoot, t-shirt. And never stood up. Pim. I never moved. The only time I moved was to go back. I ran back to the truck Well, I waddled, but I went back to the truck and got the only 2 boxes of 7s that I had. It sat down. Yeah, it
That's
was.
funny, man.
And the geese showed up at dark. It was too late. It was too dark to shoot the geese.
Yeah, man. I seen. You got to get out. If you want to get on a good goose hunt, just let me know. You got to make it down here, Matt.
Yeah, man. There's some awesome goose hunt. I need to get up there right on
Actually,
opening
I want to
season.
go up
Billy
there.
came down here and experience it. Ask Billy yourself. And
Yeah.
Billy
I'm going to
didn't
go
make
up
it-
there. It's just this year. This
Billy
year is
didn't even
all
make it
about
the
my
second
dog
day 'cause he
Bougie.
overslept. If he would have made it for the second day, he would have massacred on the river, the freaking goose. Like this, I have footage that I got footage.
Yeah, I want to go there like opening day though, when the birds are fresh.
Nah, man.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I will
Yeah.
go. I will come down, Billy. Honestly, if I were you, if you're gonna come up, I will come out like the 18th to the 25th, bro. Opening day is public land. You got them public land idiots. Have you seen my video for opening day? They were shooting. We got 18 birds, but we worked hard for them because we had a flock of 60 birds getting ready to land, do it dirty, and these people were hating and shot from like 200 yards and flared the birds off on us, and it got me pissed off. That's when the full choke came into range because I pop 70-yard pop came down.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
if I was you, I'll come like the 18th. There's more birds in the area. I can bounce from the field to the river. Make sense?
Yeah.
We go field river.
Yeah, man. You gotta
never talked
get
about
up
what
there.
we're going to talk about.
What?
Yeah. Oh, we'll do that on the next one. Yeah, man. You gotta get up that way, man. It's a fun
I
time.
am. It's just like I said. This year is all about the new puppy. It's all about Bougie. I don't want to leave her. Because come January, when I go to Kentucky, I'm taking her and I'm leaving her. My buddy up there is a professional bird dog trainer.
Yeah.
And he is going to train her on upland birds.
Okay.
And pointing.
Nice.
So
Oh,
I got the duck dog side of her, and she's coming along. And by the end of the season, she ought to be
ready.
She's
to
gonna be.
Man, you want to go for pheasant? Come over here.
Yeah.
They release them. Did you get to? You didn't get to see.
Yeah, I saw the
pheasant,
video.
They
Like
do it here.
Oh, you seen the videos that I posted, right? That's
Yeah.
nothing. That's nothing, Billy. Like that's an easy
they
thing.
release them now, or they're wild.
There's wild and they release.
Oh, okay.
They do the same thing here.
Right now, I seen the other day on some wild pheasants. Like they made it past the season. They made it this far. They're definitely going to make it into the season. And I've always seen them like in the summertime. I've seen them going back and forth into this area. So there's like a mixture of 50-50. They make it and they survive. But that's like 100% guaranteed. Like your bird will get on. And I'm not even joking. I wish my buddy was here. My dog went diesel, and I said, "Find a bird. Find me a bird." My dog brought me back a bird alive in his mouth, a rooster. I'm like, "What the hell?" Grabbed the bird. The kid never shot a pheasant before. I went like 40 yards away. Told the kid not shoot as soon as I release. Wait until it goes up and away from me, then shoot. And the kid never shot a pheasant. Sure enough, I pushed it to it. Shot his first pheasant. Rooster, beautiful rooster. But yeah, there's a lot of roosters.
Yeah.
We'll
We've been on release quail hunts where you had to kick them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally,
Yep.
just you take your shoe and you go and you slide it up underneath them and then kick them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool down here, man. We still get quite a bit of wild quail down this way. Like you go down like a couple of different spots by me. Like if a lot of guys that deer hunt in the area, they'll be running on the swamp buggy and just bust up a cubby of quail.
Yeah.
And then the snipe too, a bunch of snipe.
Snipe.
A lot of good.
We got
good.
woodcock. You guys ever shot a woodcock before?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it looks pretty much like a snipe.
Yeah, we get woodcocks.
just
over
bigger.
Yeah.
We get woodcocks. Shout out to
Man,
my
I remember the one time we were out at this one area. I'm like, man, those look like snipe, but I've never seen them in a huge flock like that. I'm talking about like 100 birds, 100 snipe in a ball, all together, like 20 different times. I'm sitting there, I'm like, and I'm looking at my buddy. I'm like, dude, I think those are snipe. Yeah, I did the whole little one-handed, like, pop, shot into them. 8 of them dropped. I'm like, oh, man. I hope these are snipe. Pick them up. They're all snipe. I'm like, dude, these are snipe. And dude, 2 shots were limited out.
wow.
That's how thick they were.
How many
I
people?
couldn't believe it.
How many people we got on?
3.
3. What are the names?
I don't know who's in here. It doesn't show you that.
I think shout out to my future wife. She's on here. She's looking at it. She sent me a thing. Yeah, Billy,
Yeah,
she's good. Shout out to my future wife. She's online. Nina, she's watching us. She's a supporter of the channel. Everybody, Billy, say hi. Matt, say hi to her.
Hey, Nina.
Hey, Nina.
Nina.
Mia.
Nina.
Mia.
No, bro.
Nina.
No, with the M.
Mia.
No, not Mia. Mina.
Mina.
Yes.
Right.
Mina.
Close enough.
Miena. Shout out to her.
Well,
Um,
guys, I think this is gonna wrap it up. We'll definitely do this again next weekend, though.
I'm
Definitely.
game. Just give me heads up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely get
Let's
on
do
here.
it. I think, Billy, let's get back on track with this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I could take responsibility as a person because Billy was always asking, hey, let's do it. I just got so sidetracked with the season and so overwhelmed, and then I had personal stuff going on that I didn't have the energy for nothing. You know what it is? Grinding 2 days of no sleep.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
putting people on, the pressure's on you. Like at one point, dude, my chest started hurting. I'm like, I'm young for my chest to hurt. And I had to quit off the Red Bulls. I was living off of like freaking Red Bull and stuff like that.
Well, I'll be live tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And I got it. A lot of people are going to be.
No, I'm getting on. Invite me.
And people will be doing a lot of fireworks and stuff. But and I got that, so I may have a couple of people. We may last 30 minutes to an hour, just talking, just bull. But I'm on every Monday night, every Monday at 8:00.
Yeah. Let's do it. Invite me. I'll love to get on. I want to get back on track. I'm feeling like myself. I'm excited for the season. Let's do a giveaway, man, for our streaming platform. So we could do something like, let's work on something so we can get some viewers on. Like announce live for some viewers. If we get like 100 viewers, announce live, or figure out something so we can get people to participate.
Yeah, I mean, it'll come.
They'll
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Matt?
That's right. If you pour enough corn out, the ducks will come.
Yep. Oh, listen, guys, I miss you guys. It was good talking to you guys.
Yeah, man.
It was exciting to get on.
We're still missing one more person from the crew, but
he's always doing something.
Yep.
I want to make it out there. I want to. I am going to make it out there this season, Billy. Matt, let's get later on in the season. Let's get a date started, date set up, and then we'll figure out everything. But I want to go out.
I can tell you, it'll be after Christmas.
Yep, I'm down with that.
It'll be after Christmas, but it'll be in that between the 26th and the 1st of January. I mean, it's going to be in that.
Matt, you should come down to New York, slap some Brent.
I don't come down. You don't come down to New York. Dude. I'm
in
the South. I have to go
up to New York, smack some Brent and black ducks and mallards and sea ducks and went out for a day or two. And then let's make our way up to Billy and let's film this stuff.
I ain't driving up there. I end up hurting somebody.
Well, if you go where he's at, it's not too bad of a drive.
Dude, I went to Billy's. All right, I took back roads so I wouldn't be on the interstate. those people, they're nuts, dude. I mean, they're absolutely. I mean, my hat's off to anybody who lives in big cities. Y'all can have it. I get nervous when I see a car drive by my house. That's way too much traffic.
Who's
I
that?
love it. I'm sorry. I love it, and I respect. And I hate when people disrespect people from the city that hunt, right? Because it's hunting. Everybody should be involved. This is a dying. I don't call it a sport. Killing a bird or an animal, taking its life for the food is not a sport to me. This is a lifestyle that is dying out. And when people downplay people from the city of hunting and calling us city slickers, well, man, we're diehards. Look at me. I'm a diehard. Like, you guys know me, and I'm from the city.
You're in the city.
Yeah,
I mean, you are in the city.
Really, you've seen where I'm from. Really.
You're not the city limits. You are the city.
And for me, hunting, when you hunted with me, do I throw down or I don't?
Oh yeah.
And that's nothing. Billy didn't experience nothing of what we did. You know what it is to walk a swamp?
Oh yeah.
I know what it's like. Yeah. And I'm fat and I don't do it anymore.
Well, imagine that and then driving an hour and 15 back to the city and then doing it again the next day.
Yep.
Thank God I got good friends. Shout out to my boys, Kevin Sterling, Stanley, Pat, Anthony, Brendan. Brendan is my brother. Like me and Brendan, we just started hunting this season, and I tell you, that kid and me are like this. And real actual diehards, that. And a solid team that put it together, because this duck season we annihilated it. Good. And I can't wait to do it again with everybody.
Yeah, well, let's get something set up so we can actually meet out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it was pretty good live. It was good seeing everybody again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
I might show up. I might show up and stay in a hotel with wifey Mimi.
There you go. There you go.
She can go with your wife. She can go around and do the wife thing.
She can show her.
I ain't bringing my wife.
The boys do their thing.
I ain't bringing my wife. Nope. Ain't happening.
No, man. Shout out to Billy's wife. She's amazing.
She is. Oh, listen. Yeah, she's
freaking
very
awesome.
She's very nice. Very nice young lady.
Where is she?
I personally am not bringing my wife there because
she'll want you to do things.
She'll want me to go do things with her, and number two, she's going to see that 8'6" Godzilla monster from Florida. And if she leaves me, that's fine. I don't care. But
dude, he's fucking.
I don't need that competition.
If you guys never seen Billy in person, like
the camera doesn't do it justice.
One of his hands look like a brick. Can you show everybody your hands?
It don't do it justice. You need something to compare it to.
Not only that, he's like 6'8". Like this guy, I find for the first time I'm looking up at somebody like this. He should have been like a baseball player or something.
I mean, what is the first thing I said is, "Holy shit, you're huge."
Yeah, I opened up the door thinking he's gonna be like almost eye level with me. I'm like, God damn, you're small.
Dude. I mean, listen. Look, real quick, we went out to a wings place to go get some wings, and I had the waitresses tapping me on the head going, "Oh, you brought your little friend with you." I mean, it was... He would sit in the chair. Listen, the man sits in a regular chair. I sat in the same chair. And he's still 4 foot taller than I am.
Oh, how tall are you, man?
I'm 5'8".
Oh, you're short.
I'm short. I'm 5'8" tall. I'm 5'8" around.
That's with your boots on. You're probably, so when you take your boots and your shoes, you're like probably 5'6", 5'7". Oh man, it's all right, man. You're probably the one that get thrown down out of the whole crew. You're like the Napoleon complex kid. Yeah, let me show you what I can do.
Oh, I'll throw hands in a heartbeat. I mean, I said, Billy, I'll help you pick up decoys. He says, no, you stay in the boat. I said, dude, I'm afraid of alligators. He says, Matt, you don't understand. It's deep. And I said, what do you mean it's deep? It can't be that deep. He jumps out, and he is
almost above my waiter line.
He is
almost
above. And like I said, when I looked, I was looking at his belly button. I said, "Oh hell, I
What did you
drowned."
guys shoot that day?
Freaking nothing. It was
We ain't
raining.
missed it.
It was nasty out.
All right, we got to make sure the weather's correct because I want to shoot my ducks.
Oh, you will.
It
Definitely.
was,
I'm gonna be there
it
for
It
a
was
week.
just
I'll go for a
it
week.
was just a weird time. Like I said to Matt, I'm like, hey Matt, it's gonna be raining, and the ducks down here do not fly when it's raining. He's like, oh no, man, that's what it's supposed to be ducky. I'm like, no, dude, it's different down here.
but
And lo and behold, I told you,
yeah,
we seen them.
But I mean, listen, I still had a great time. Number one, and I wanted that trip was not only to come hunt with you, but was to go see
John and Lydia.
John and Lydia, as well. And so the whole trip, I mean, the whole thing was just, a big. And plus, I don't know if you know this, but when my granddad immigrated from Czechoslovakia, he settled in Okeechobee.
No
So
way.
I wanted to go there. I mean, it was, I wanted to go there.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So, I mean, the trip was a success. I mean,
We seen the birds that you were
Saw
after.
the
They
birds.
flew right over us. And when I tell you exactly what happened,
yeah,
right before, like right at shooting light is when they were going to fly, but we couldn't see them because it was such overcast.
right.
We only heard them. I'm like, oh, you hear them? You're like, yeah, I hear them now. And then we look and they're like 2 feet away from us. But by the time we actually see them, they're about 50, 60 yards away from us. And
Right.
you definitely don't want to take a shot like that out there.
Yeah,
you'll
because you're not
never
gonna
find
find them. You're not gonna
Yeah.
find the birds. It's not worth it.
And the only
Yeah.
shot we did have
Was a
by the
ringer
time
that
I
came
saw the
in.
bird, he was already in Venezuela. He cooked it down that little creek.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting it.
Yeah, that little ringer.
Yeah, we gotta get something this season, Billy. 100% count me in.
Yeah, man.
In August, September, I'll start booking my flight and I'll show you proof. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'll just show you solid proof. It's booked already.
Definitely.
But I want to talk to Matt before we get that, so I can go. We can film that shit and do a good film quality.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, listen, I know Billy wants to get off. We've been an hour and 32. Matt, send me the link for tomorrow. I'll hop on, and it was good catching up with you, brothers.
Same here, buddy.
All right, guys.
Later.
Later, buddy.
Later. All right, Matt. I'll see you later.